Hello all you super geniuses out there. Welcome to another video lecture from Super Genius 99. And we're going to do another video on function composition, this time multiplication, but we'll go ahead and read the instructions just for good measure. Okay, so use the graph of f and g. Here's the f graph, here's the g graph. To construct a table of values, sketch the graph of the indicated function. This time the function is multiplication. So basically we're going to take a value from the f function, a value from the g function, and multiply them together. And here's the x values, and we're going to get the corresponding multiplication of the y values that correspond. Okay, so we're going to start, as you can see up here, from the most negative x. We're going to go negative to positive, -4 to +4. And we're going to write our values in here, and we'll do a little bit of work up here, and we'll plot f times g over here. So we're going to plot the product of f and g over here. All right, so basically this graph will be this graph times this graph. Okay, it asks us for a table, so we'll give them a table. So the first one, -4, we just ask ourselves, what's f of -4? Times, I'll put a little dot for times, g of -4. Okay, so it's f of -4 times g of -4. Let me write that g a little bit better. Looks kind of weird. Okay, so you go over to your f graph. Where's f of -4? Over here. And the y value that corresponds when x is -4 is a -1. And the y value that corresponds when g is -4, here's your g graph, g is -4. When x is -4 in the g graph is a 0. So it's -1 times 0, 0. All right, let's continue. -3. So we're going to do f of -3 times g of -3. So is the corresponding y value when x is -3 in the g graph. When x is -3 in the g graph, y is 0. Sorry, in the f graph. What is y when x is -3 in the g graph? Y is -1. So 0 times -1 is 0. Okay. Next, negative to positive. Going from negative to positive. -2. So f, the product of f and g at x, f times 2, sorry, -2, f of -2 times g of -2. Okay? So when x is -2 in the f function, what is the corresponding y? When x is -2 in the f function, y is 0. When f is -2 in the g function, what is y? When x is -2 in the g function, y is 0. What is 0 times 0? 0. Okay. Moving on, negative, positive. The product of f and g at x equals -1, which is f -1 times g -1. What is the corresponding y value when x is -1 in the f function? When x is -1, y is -1 in the f function. And what is the corresponding y value when x is -1 in the g function? When x is -1, y is 2 in the g function. So what is -1 times 2? -2. Okay. Moving on, negative to positive. F times g are the product of f and g at x equals 0, which translates to f of 0 multiplied by g at 0. What is the corresponding y value when x is 0 in the f function? 3. When x is 0, y is 3 in the f function. What is the corresponding y value when x is 0 in the g function? Positive 1. Okay. So 3 times 1 is 3. Okay, let's just go ahead and finish this off. So positive, negative. So 1. The product of the f and the g function at x equals negative 1, which is the same as f times 1 multiplied by g times 1. And then when x is 1 in the f function, what is y? When x is 1, I see a 1. When x is 1 in the g function, what is y? When x is 1, y is 0, the g function. Multiply those two together. What is 1 times 0? 0. Continuing, positive to negative. The product of f and g at x equals 2, which is f times 2, multiplied by g times 2. Okay. So when x is 2 in the f function, what is y? When f is 2, y is 0. When x is 2 in the g function, what is y? When x is 2, y appears to be negative 2. What is 0 times negative 2? 0 times negative 2 is? 0. Good job. Alrighty, moving on. F of x, the product of f and g at x equals 3, which translates to f times 3 multiplied by g times 3. What is the corresponding y value when x is 3 in the f function? When x is 3 in the f function, y appears to be positive 1. Okay. And what is the corresponding y value when x is 3 in the g function? When x is 3, y is negative 1. 1 times negative 1 is how much? Alright. And then here we'll just do it in our head. So f of negative 4 is what? F of negative 4 is negative 2. G of 4 is 1. What's negative 2 times 1? Okay. Now let's just plot our points. 4, 0. 3, 0. Sorry, negative 4, 0. Negative 3, 0. Negative 2, 0. Negative 1, negative 2. 0, 3. 1, 0. 2, 0. 3, negative 1. 4, negative 2. Okay. Connect the dots. Da-da-da-da. Okay. And this is the function of f, product of f and g at x. So this graph is the product of this graph times that graph. Okay. Well, it's been another video lecture from SuperGenius 99 concerning function compositions. Thank you for watching.